So do you all know what ambrosia is?
I honestly
do.
don't.
It's like canned fruit, marshmallow. I don't even know what makes it white. Do you know what the creamy stuff is that makes it white? Is it mayonnaise?
It's the Cool Whip.
Oh, it's
Ew.
Cool Whip.
I think it's like canned fruit cocktail, mini marshmallows, sour cream, Cool Whip, and you kind of mix it together, and it's this like sweet, tangy, like side salad.
Yeah.
Side salad. I'm using air quotes. I actually find it disgusting. I will never, ever, ever make that. I don't care how much you beg me. If you want to bring it and eat it, that's your prerogative, but it's disgusting to me. I don't
Well, Nancy,
want
I
any.
think you should make that this year.
Oh,
for
do
tea.
you?
But
Do you
Nancy,
think I
if your
should?
husband
do.
loves it, why wouldn't you make it for him?
Well, I guess you're really finding out that I really am not that nice after all.
Nancy, you have to bake it.
Welcome to Three Little Fishes. We're three sisters who grew up in the Midwest together, but have since spread across the country. I live in Los Angeles.
I'm in Nashville.
And I live in Philadelphia. We are all married with children, have all had careers, but now we stay at home with our families.
Join us as we share secrets and stories about being women, wives, and mothers.
We welcome you to laugh along, learn something new, reach out, and join our conversation.
So let's jump in.
What's up, fishes?
What's up, fishes?
What's up?
Well, happy Veterans Day, everybody.
We are recording on Veterans Day.
I just want to give a shout out to all the service members that have ever served in the military. We appreciate your service.
You.
Thank you. And my husband
And
And
Peter.
Dad.
We have a lot of family members that have served in the military,
do.
so
So
it means a
grateful.
lot to our family. So it's an important day, and I kind of just want to give a little history about it because the name I think first started out in 1919 with President Wilson. It was kind of the end of World War I, and it wasn't called Veterans Day. It was called, let me make sure I pronounce this right. It's Armistice Day. And then in 1954, President Eisenhower changed it to make it Veterans Day, which is all the military veterans, including the women, not just the people that served in World War I. So that is how we got to our name. So happy Veterans Day.
I also want to thank one of our listeners for reaching out and sending us a sweet note about last week's episode and, parenting and getting kids ready to launch themselves off into college and sort of what her perspective was as a professor and what works and what she really acknowledges, like the parents who sort of helicopter and the parents that don't. So thank you for reaching out. We encourage everyone to keep reaching out to us because we do read everything and listen to everything that you do send us. So we appreciate you.
Yeah, that's interesting that she noticed that there's a difference in the kids.
Yeah,
it really is. Yeah.
I mean, there was also an article recently too about the parents that are even taking it to, I think it was in the Atlantic, that parents are even like showing up on campuses and getting apartments and condos so that they're there just to make sure in case something goes sideways, which I found fascinating.
Yeah.
We actually have a friend that has done this last year because their daughter has had a problem, like a serious medical problem. And so the mother like basically moved out there for the whole school year, basically to help be with her.
I mean, I feel like I can understand a medical problem, but like I have a really good friend who is at an advisor in a college, a very prestigious college here in Nashville. And she says oftentimes when she's meeting with these first year students, the parents are flanking the child and jumping in as you're trying to navigate what they should take and not take. And I mean, it's sort of an interesting thing. Like, I mean, I personally feel like parents should stay in their own lane and let the kids sort of navigate that. But
I think my kids would be like, Mom, get out of here.
Yeah. I mean, I think ours would too. I know they have. I mean, I don't know. Anyway, it was great to hear from a listener, and I appreciate it. So thank you so much.
All right, y'all, before we move on, I just want to encourage our listeners to go to our website at threelittlefishes.com/show notes and sign up. It's free. You'll need to give your email, but in the show notes, it has a running list of everything we've talked about, our recipes, and it's just a fun way to be able to read through what we talked about and have access to the episode. So
So I'm going to interject here because I signed up for our own thing. And when the pod drops on Thursday, I get an email that I open on Friday, and it gives like a little summary of what we talked about, which is great. And then you can click on like the recipes. So it's free. It's great. It's a great summary. It kind of gets you a taste of what we're talking about, and it's easy. So, and free.
Yeah.
So just do it.
Sign up.
Sign up. You're going to like it.
All right, y'all. Today we are going to be talking about the buzz, connection over Thanksgiving, and what's for dinner. All right, what's the buzz?
Well, my buzz is I got to see Pat Benatar and Bryan Adams over the weekend at the Bridgestone Stadium, which was incredible. We had great seats, like right off the side of the stage. Pat Benatar is like, I think she's 71 or 72. She looks incredible. Her voice sounds like it did in 1985. She is amazing.
I would love to see that.
Oh my God. My only complaint was she did not play Hit Me With Your Best Shot. And then Bryan Adams came out.
I have a reason why. So I'm actually going to see the show next week with my girlfriends, the girls that I go listen to music with, and I'm so excited. And I heard Pat Benatar talking about this because of all the shootings, the school shootings. It's out of protest that she will not sing it.
Okay. That was my only disappointment with her, but she was incredible. Her voice sounds clear. You know, when they get older, sometimes you go to shows and you're like, oh, they're kind of past their prime. She sounds amazing. And then Bryan Adams was incredible. And I will say, like, you kind of forget how many songs he wrote. Like, he's just incredible. His voice is crisp. He's fit. He's fun. And then, you know, I live in Nashville. There's a lot of artists here. And
Keith Urban,
thank you. I've completely lost my mind. Keith Urban came on stage and played guitar for one song. And he was great. Like, I'm not a huge Keith Urban fan, but he was great. He was gracious.
Didn't sing, he just played guitar?
He just played guitar. Like, Bryan Adams kind of tried to get him to sing or like go to front of stage. Keith was like, no, this is your show. So he was super gracious and amazing. So if you get a chance to see Bryan Adams, do it because he was great.
Well, I am going to get a chance to see him, just to mention that again, next Tuesday.
Nancy.
I'm excited.
Yeah, you're going to love it. It's awesome. Great show.
So we ended up at Universal this past weekend, and we had the time of our life. Like, Johanna is really into Harry Potter, so Harry Potter Land is all the buzz for her. I will say, like, for me, I still get a kick out of the behind the scenes, like pulling the curtain behind, like, how they make TV and movies. And I also love the special effects, and we got to see it at night where it has like all the fire. It was just kind of fun to watch. But there was buzz when we were in line that I'm going to say his name wrong. Who's the musical genius behind Hamilton?
Oh, Lin, I don't know what his name is. Lin-Manuel Miranda. Yeah.
Yes.
Is that who you're talking about? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, he's so talented. And their buzz was that he was in the park.
Did you see him?
And that we were hoping to see him, but we didn't get to see him. So there's no eye confirmation that he was there, but that would have been thrilling because I really am a fan.
Yeah. He's amazing.
But all the Wicked, he's so talented, but all the Wicked stuff is up because it's through Universal. So Wicked 2, like, Johanna is over the moon excited for this to drop. And they had a tree because now, like, Halloween's over, Christmas is
Yeah.
starting to come up, all the
I get
holiday
it.
trees, and there was a whole wicked tree that she was like, you have to take my picture in front of the
Oh,
wicked tree.
that's so cute.
So it was pretty adorable. So she actually is going to get a treat because Tim is able to get a special screening before it comes out next Friday. I think it drops November 21st. Don't quote me on that date because I'm often wrong, but it's coming out soon. But he has a special screening that he's going to get to take her to. And then after the screening, the director, the editors, like a lot of the posts who help put it together are going to be there on a panel. And she doesn't know, but she gets to see it next Monday with Tim for this special screening. I'm so excited for her.
Yeah,
She's going to lose her mind because she's your artist. Like, she's your creative artist. She should be in pictures. She's our future like movie star. She loves all things artistic. And so her head's going to explode when she gets to go do that. I hope you have like a special dress for her to wear or like a cool outfit with like a glittery like jacket and like a little handbag. I hope you have the whole ensemble waiting for her.
You better get on that, Nancy.
That's actually a good idea. Get her like a cute bomber jacket like that they would have worn that's like sparkly. Like she probably would love that. She does. She did tell me recently that she wants to take some acting classes. So
I'm not surprised.
She really wants to discuss that starting the beginning of the year next year. So we'll have to look into it.
Yeah. She's going to be famous. She can't help it. It's just like in her DNA.
I don't know. Kathy, do you have anything of what's the buzz for you?
There was something very exciting that happened locally here. Our high school golf team won the golf championship against our like evil
big
rival. And like my son plays golf and it was amazing. So
awesome.
they hadn't won since like 2018 or something. And our rivals are not like the coolest people. So it was like
Kathy, they are just kids though, right? They just are just kids.
But they're obnoxious and I don't like them. So it was fun.
It was a diehard fan. I love it.
I was not my best parenting self this weekend either. Riley played in a game and it was like intense. And these players and these referees were so terrible that I was like yelling like, hey ref. And I was like, you know, that kid can't do that. 18, what are you doing? Like, I mean, I was
you're supposed to do that.
You know, I was like not my best self. And you guys, I am not proud of it, but it was so intense that I was like, words just kept coming out of my mouth. And I was like, Johanna looked at me once. She's like, Mom, you're yelling. I was like,
Nancy.
Yes. Yeah. Not
we
proud.
actually got like an email before our big tournament talking about, you know, reminding everyone to have good behavior.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say that I was getting in trouble by the refs, but they were awful, these refs. And I know that they're just doing a job, but like, honestly, somebody was going to get hurt. Like, it was ridiculous. Yeah. Ridiculous.
I think, Nancy, you need to just have like a little koozie
self-medicate
of something to help.
a little roadie to watch these kids play.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Is that going to make it better or worse? But yeah, this is a whole new podcast too. It's like the sports mom, the sports parent. I mean, I have stories. We played hockey for a long time. Yeah, we definitely need to talk about that in more depth. That was something.
Oh, listen, I'm normally not that bad, but I was like, it was tough. So I'm giving you a hard time, but I was not my best self over the weekend. All right, Linda, you say that you have a secret. What's your secret this week?
So I'm going to tell everybody I had this like crazy thing. I was on social, I don't even know where, but I tried this tip somebody suggested and this works. So I have an old like walk-in shower with glass wall and a glass door that always kind of seems like it has like water stains on it. And so I tried spraying WD-40 on it and I let it sit for a minute. And then I took a microfiber towel and just kind of like worked it until it was all clear and it got all the water stains off. and it kept the shower and the wall looking good after use. So like water goes on it and it kind of like makes little droplets.
Repel.
And then you could just squeegee it off and it looks perfect. I don't know why WD-40 is working like that. It is kind of like Rain-X from back in the day when you used to wash your own car and like spray that stuff on your windshield. But it did sort of break down any soap like scum or whatever, and then it made it clear. So it looks beautiful. It looks brand new. WD-40 is your friend in the shower.
I feel like everybody needs a can of that because it's like good for squeaky, like doorknob, like anything.
Yes. I mean, it cleans all kinds of stuff. They actually say it helps keep your stainless steel looking great too, which I haven't tried. Really? So anyway, WD-40.
That surprises me about the glass, though. I think it would be like oily or something.
I know. It seems like it would be greasy and oily. You do have to kind of like keep rubbing with your microfiber and like, but it worked great.
So WD literally stands for water displacement, by the way. Little factoid.
Oh.
WD-40. So WD is water displacement 40.
That's what it stands for.
Is that what it stands for?
But I'm going to try this trick.
Yeah, it works great. I mean, I don't know how long it's going to last. We've had several showers with it and it works great, but I don't know how long it lasts.
You guys, I just also want to mention before we move on that Tim and I have been trying to watch Only Murders in the Building. I think it's season 3? And 4? I don't know. The latest season, whatever it is. And I can't stay awake for it. I literally cannot stay awake for it. And I don't know what the problem is, but I'm not enjoying it. And I don't know if we're going to ever get through this season. And I might be out moving forward. Is anybody else finished it?
I did. You know, I will say it took me a few episodes to kind of get into this season because I felt like it was sort of repetitive and like not that fun. But then it kind of kicked it into gear and I really enjoyed it. So push through. It's worth the end. You're going to like it.
I started watching that with Mom in Canada, like in the summer. We were like, it was like kind of our show. And I watched it when I got home and finished it. But I haven't subscribed to, is it Acorn or is that what it is?
It's Hulu. It's Hulu.
For some reason, we don't have Hulu. And I'm like, I am not paying for another subscription. So no, I haven't watched it.
Right. I get it.
Yeah.
I get
Where's the bundle?
I actually do watch a few things on Hulu, so we have it. But if you can get through like the first 3 episodes, it really does become very interesting. And what I do think is funny about this show is it's pulling in lots of very famous guest stars who are they're good. Like the Meryl Streep character I don't love, but everybody else I like.
Who don't you like?
The Meryl Streep, I think she overacts in it, honestly. I don't love that whole...
Meryl, could you do less? Yeah. I don't know. We'll have to see if I can give another shot. But, I mean, I've tried many times. I mean, maybe the trick is to not watch it when I'm trying to go to bed. But that's kind of the only time I have time to watch TV because...
I got it.
It's just, we're busy.
Yeah.
I don't know. We'll see. Okay, let's jump in. Connection. We are officially in November and in the holiday season.
Here comes Thanksgiving.
So we're thinking about connection, getting together, what that looks like. Yeah. And, it's not the same necessarily for everybody. But I think everybody has this picture about like what it's supposed to be, right?
Yeah.
Like
the Norman Rockwell version of Thanksgiving is like the picture that you see. It's the huge Thanksgiving table that has multi-generational people at it. Mm-hmm. And like it's served by the grandmother, the turkey served by the grandmother in the picture. I kind of looked up like what Rockwell, like what happened during that period of time. And it happened during World War II. And it started off in 1941. Franklin D. Roosevelt had a State of the Union address during the time of the war. And he said, I want to outline an idea of 4 freedoms. One is speech, worship, fear, and from want. And Norman Rockwell then is a painter or illustrator, some people call him. And then he painted these 4 freedoms. And then in 1943, it was published in the Saturday Evening Post. And one of the picture of Thanksgiving is the freedom from want. That's what it was like quoted. And that is the picture of our Thanksgiving table. So it kind of gives you a perspective of what the country was going through during this time. And to this day, I still think that most people do have a Thanksgiving table and serve turkey, but there are some that do not. I think in our family, we try and always have as many people as that will want to come, but they're always in California. My parents, anyway, but
you just are talking about mom and dad, but not the people who live here. You just want mom and dad. Is that what you're saying?
Well, I like that she even thought about you. That was not even like mentioned. Just saying.
I think it's like in our family, we all would love to get together, right? But we can't because we live so far away from each other. I mean, Nancy and I are like
opposite ends of the country,
like east-west of the United States. So it's impossible.
Yeah, I mean, I think everybody and it's not that everybody's trying to mimic that painting, but I do think there is this sort of need to be thankful,
to be together,
gather and celebrate the harvest and each other, and gather around a fruitful table is so nourishing to the soul in so many ways.
Yeah, I agree.
Nobody has like the perfect table, but we always try to make it as happy as we can and full as we can.
So yeah, I mean, I think it's interesting. Like sometimes, like you have this picture, right? But it's not always conventional. Like Kathy, what I was thinking about recently is that you were in the military. You were stationed in Japan. And during your stint in the Navy, you were overseas for Thanksgiving.
Yes.
So what was that like for you?
I was in my upper 20s when I was in the military. I had just graduated from dental school, and my second year in, they sent me to Iwakuni, Japan, and I had to spend a year over there. And so I did not come home the entire year. And that was really hard being a young woman. I was, obviously single, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's the holidays and like my family is not here. So I think, what happened was that the other dental officers that I was with became my family. And I mean, that's the truth. Like we really relied on each other. And during Thanksgiving, I remember one of the officers had Thanksgiving dinner at their officers' quarters, which is basically like a fancy apartment, basically. And I brought over wild rice soup, which is something that we still serve to our family today. Just to have like some comfort food that I knew how to make and that I could share with them. So that is what I had my first Thanksgiving away in Japan.
I always am so warmed when I watch like the Macy's Day Parade and they cut, or football games during on Thanksgiving, and they always cut to the troops in other locations and show that they're like gathering together and feasting and watching football and just like playing in the, wherever they are, just being together. And even though they're away from their family, making the most of it. So,
I mean, this is like real life that happens.
Yeah. It's hard.
I mean, I think for us, we live, as you identify, we live the farthest from everybody, from Tim's side of the family, from our side of the family. So, you know, we don't get to travel that much. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. Sometimes people can come to us, but we've also had to kind of lean into like the friends that we've met here and kind of create your own, you know,
Mm-hmm.
traditions, or like
your own
bring
family.
your own
Yeah.
like side family, right, of people who
Mhm.
are really important to you, and just being around and sharing, and everybody gets to share what's important to them, bringing a meal or bringing a game or what they used to do for their with their family. And I love the idea of like reminiscing and about bringing those traditions and making them new, or maybe passing them on to other people.
I mean, this year, I think, if you have littles and like everybody's still living in your house, you get to kind of develop your holiday the way you want. But Kathy will feel this way too. But this year is my first year where no children live at our house. So they're all coming home from college, and I'm going to have everybody under the same roof for a couple of days. And it's not long, but it's a few days. And I can't wait to get my hands on those kids, and I can't wait to have a meal with them. But I also know they're going to be tugged in different ways. I mean, I remember the day before Thanksgiving, that Wednesday was like a big go out night. I'm sure
Yeah.
that's
Yeah,
what's
I
going to
mean,
happen when they
Yeah.
come home. So navigating those pulls and tugs between friends and stuff like that, and then family time is going to be hard. We're still under construction. My dining room table is still covered with stuff from our front room. I mean, I'm hoping and praying I can clear the table somehow and have a meal with it. We may be at the kitchen island. I mean, I don't know. But traditionally, I do try to create that Norman Rockwell dinner with everybody, and I put a formal table together. This year, it might not happen because we're completely under construction still. So the house is dirty, whatever. But the reality is it is fine. That word fine that I always say is it's going to be okay because everybody's going
It's
to be
fine.
home. It's all good. It's fine.
Yeah.
We're going to make it
It's
work.
fine.
And even if I get, lunch and dinner and we get Thanksgiving together, and then having people come and go, and I mean, the going out, the sleeping in, it's all part of the chaos that
Yeah.
I actually sort of miss. I mean, Thanksgiving always is one of those holidays that the weather is still kind of good sometimes. And we would oftentimes play football or race. Like growing up, our dad is like a big racer. And there's this one time, do you guys remember when we were at the apple orchard and Dad, I think, and Peter.
I thought we were in Peoria.
Then
Were
it
we
doesn't have to be apple orchard. I think it was just
It
the
was
park.
at it,
I
it
think
was
it was
at
the
no,
park.
it was no.
think it
This
was
happened at
Apple Orchard.
by Mom and Dad's house. Yes.
Linda, it was at a park.
No,
not
it
the
was
orchard.
not.
You guys
Nancy.
don't know what you're talking about. You're out of your minds. We were at the apple orchard. But anyway, we were playing football or racing, and Dad kind of went down and then got up. And, I don't know if we were all married or whatever, but he was trying to show off. And then come to find out he had
He's trying to show off.
tore his Achilles.
This happened at the house.
Okay, you're wrong. We're going to have to call Dad.
I'm
We
going to
need
call
we need
Renee
a
right after
friend.
this.
But anyway,
We're
he
so competitive.
had to get surgery because he was like a crazy man trying to race everybody on Thanksgiving.
He doesn't race people anymore.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, that was the end.
That was the end of the racing, but not the end of football games. So those games like live on, even if we're not in Peoria. Our kids do it. We do it. We do it with my husband's family. I mean, turkey bowls live on, as they should, because they're so fun.
Yeah.
We actually got rid of like a girlfriend once because she couldn't do the turkey bowl. Do you remember that? Yeah, they're pivotal in life.
I do remember that. Yeah.
Oh my
If you can't
gosh.
participate in the turkey bowl, you can't be in the family unit. End of story.
Ay.
Gotta have a little game. You have to have a little game.
So for Tim's family, like it used to really circle around his grandparents. Like his grandparents were amazing, and everybody went to their house, I think, for Thanksgiving. And so Tim really has fond memories of that. And they didn't necessarily have a formal table, but it was just like, but lots of food, lots of people. It was fun, and he loved it. And one of the staples that they always had was strudel. So I always try to like have homemade strudel that I make with my kids now for Thanksgiving and have that on the table as like a throwback
That's
to
a nice
them.
memory.
Yes, that's sweet.
So I try to show that with food a lot. Kathy, you were telling me a memory that you just learned about Peter and his family about the Wizard of Oz. Like, tell me about that.
Yes, my husband said that growing up, watching The Wizard of Oz was the tradition. And if it fell right during the dinner time, he said that they would pull like the butcher block cart into the dining room, put the TV on it, and they'd watch it while they were eating dinner. He said that's his memory of Thanksgiving.
So I do remember The Wizard of Oz being on TV at that time. And for listeners who are younger, you don't realize like when something was on TV, you had to watch it because
Right.
you didn't have like it on,
Streaming.
Streaming wasn't a thing. You had to watch it.
But Kathy, so maybe you could relive that. Like you're not going to have any of his side of the family, but like maybe you guys could like relive watching The Wizard of Oz, like for your like connecting to the old and the new.
I have to be honest. I don't know if my children have ever even seen The Wizard of Oz.
Mom, what is this? Flying monkeys.
I would have to do some.
Those flying monkeys are still scary. I don't know how they did that back in the day, but they're so scary.
Maybe you could make it into Wicked instead. You could like bring them onto the Wicked phenomenon.
Yeah, I'm going to actually investigate this and see if Peter would like to keep this tradition alive.
Yeah. I like
you guys, is there any food that your people wish that they had? Like Tim's running joke, or I don't even know, I think it's kind of a complaint, and maybe I should just do it, is he loves ambrosia, which I never, ever make.
No, I would never make it either.
So do you all know what ambrosia is?
I honestly don't.
It's like canned fruit, marshmallow. I don't even know what makes it white. Do you know what the creamy stuff is that makes it white? Is it mayonnaise?
It's the Cool Whip.
Ew.
Oh, it's Cool Whip.
I think it's like canned fruit cocktail, mini marshmallows, sour cream, Cool Whip, and you kind of mix it together, and it's this like sweet, tangy, like side salad.
Yeah.
Side salad. I'm using air quotes. I actually find it disgusting. I will never, ever make that. I don't care how much you beg me. If you want to bring it and eat it, that's your prerogative, but it's disgusting to me. I don't want any...
I think you should make that this year.
Oh, do you?
But Nancy,
do you think I should?
if your husband loves it, why wouldn't you make it for him?
Well, I guess you're really finding out that I really am not that nice after all.
Nancy,
I feel like I have one of these too. So when I got together with my husband way back in the day, we would have a meal and he would be like, why don't you make broccoli and cheese? And so I asked his mom for the broccoli cheese recipe. And it's like frozen broccoli with like Velveeta and a can of like cream of mushroom soup or something. And then you bake it. And it's the ingredients alone made me so sick to my stomach that I was like, I can't do this. I'm not going to make broccoli and cheese for you. And so literally almost every, he's given up recently, but like for years, he'd be like, I can't believe
Linda,
you didn't
you
make
should
broccoli
make this
cheese.
as well. You too.
It's gross.
Yeah.
I'm not doing it.
My vote. You guys need to make your husband's dish.
No, I can't do it. It's disgusting.
You can do it.
Like
you can do it.
Velveeta's gross. It's not even real food. I don't know.
You guys, so it kind of gets me thinking. So for connection, we can connect with food for people who aren't with us or who are lost. I'm also thinking about like connecting with people. We know somebody whose parents who just lost a parent, whose parents also sick in the hospital. Like, what can we do to help, or advice could we give people who are struggling with this in their life? Like, what's a way to connect?
Well, I think you just have to show sympathy, right? Like not ignore that they've lost someone. I mean, this would be a weird holiday for them, right? Just that you are there for them, give them a hug is what I would do.
I send a lot of virtual hugs to people that are not near me and going through tough times. I send a lot of texts. A lot of phone calls. I volunteer to send food so that they know that they're not alone. And it's just like to ease the burden of daily life. But then also, I feel like it's also good to remind them to take it one day at a time, even 1 hour at a time, if need be, not over, don't set too many expectations for yourself because it can become a real burden that you can't achieve.
Right.
And also, I think too, it's like really take care of yourself during this time. It's stressful when you're under duress, when you've lost somebody or you're losing someone, your body goes into overdrive and it's extra stress. So you need to be just gentle with yourself and take some deep breaths and nourish your body in the best way that you can. Lots of good clean water and healthy whole foods, and try and get sleep and
maybe
walk the
also just take the
halls of the
pressure.
hospital and do laps and try and get some fresh air and just take care of yourself the best way that you can, because that helps whoever's in the hospital. It helps you, and it helps you kind of get through all the stressors. It's just, but I do try to remind the people that are going through that, like, take care of yourself, because you do get into that tunnel vision when you're going through a hard time, and it's hard to remember all the little things that get you through in a better way.
I would just also encourage people to take the pressure off, that if you don't want to have a meal or go to somebody's house or
Yeah, don't do it.
put this like a spread together, don't do it. If you just want a piece of pie for dinner and watch an old movie that makes you laugh, or watch a movie that gives you feels, or whatever that is for you, do it. Like, you take the pressure off, whatever you need to do to take care of yourself. So, you know how y'all are talking about how we make the apple strudel? So how that started was, it was because it was Gigi's mom's recipe. And when she passed, Tim was like missing them and missing her
Oh.
specifically. And he was like, let's make her strudel. That was a way for him to connect to their memory and thinking about them during the holiday, and in a way pulling up a chair that they were still with us, and also then continuing that tradition on with our kids. And honestly, we talk about them every time we make that. We talk about them at the table of Thanksgiving. So part of why I'm also mentioning that is because for people who have lost a loved one, maybe they can think about doing something similar to kind of help reignite their memory or honor them of people that they miss and wish that they were there. Just a way to bring them to the table. And for us, it's strudel. For Gigi and even Papa, maybe it's a favorite story you have for somebody, or a joke that they used to tell, or something silly that they used to do. But there's a way to kind of honor people who aren't with us anymore and still bring them with us on these special days at the table.
I mean, our grandfather, when he passed, he always used to make oysters
Yes.
for
Mr.
Christmas
Stew.
Eve,
Yeah.
oyster stew. And so
Yeah.
we all kind of were like, we don't love oysters. So what are we going to do to celebrate him
Yeah.
and remember him? So we
Yeah.
always make our wild rice soup for
Yeah.
Christmas Eve because that's a remembrance of him. So
Yeah.
it's the same kind of idea.
Well, everyone can come up with their own idea. And
Well, you can tell with the fishes, we're always thinking about our stomachs and food. Like it's always a
Yeah.
connection with food.
right.
One of the things that we talked about, since we're not going to be together this year for Thanksgiving, we're all going to be in our homes, is that we thought it might be kind of fun to have a craft that would have something for our table that we would all have on our table that was the same. So we had this really great idea to make two things. And I have learned something about myself. I am not crafty. I want to be crafty, but I am not. So Kathy found this like turkey where you make this turkey and it's a place card holder or it could be like a napkin holder.
Yeah.
And then I had this idea to take like styrofoam pumpkins and wrap them in ribbon so you can put them on your table. Ladies, how did these crafts work out? And do you feel excited that we have matching pumpkins and turkeys for our table?
I could not be more excited about this. It's amazing.
That's
Well,
dripping
I mean, I
with
just have to
sarcasm.
say,
That's dripping with sarcasm.
I just have to say, some of ours look the same and some of ours do not. So, I mean,
What
not
do
that
you
it's
mean?
a bad thing, but Nancy might have gone off the rails and did her own unique, like, interpretation.
Yeah, I mean, yeah,
and Linda's
it's a
and I are
creative
more
twist.
similar. I actually think yours are cute as well.
Yeah,
Yours
they
are
look
more
good.
organic looking, and ours are more.
Whose are mine? Mine are
Yeah.
more organic.
Yours.
Is that what
Yeah.
you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that code for ugly?
That we are
No.
trying to
No, I did
do
not
something.
say that. I think yours are actually cute.
They are
I mean,
cute.
after
Well-
we guided you to like trim them a little, but
My feathers were off the charts.
I just want to say,
Crazy.
I felt like the pumpkin, like fabric pumpkin, was a pain in the rear, and I don't
was.
want to do that again. That was
Yeah,
like incredibly time consuming for me, and I obviously didn't do it like the best. I don't know.
So
it
I
took
think what
forever.
we'll do is put these in our show notes. We did a pumpkin that is an artificial pumpkin, and you wrap it in
Yeah.
ribbon. And I will say I tried to follow the directions, and I did one pumpkin with like double-sided tape, which about sent me into a tailspin. And then I did it again with my glue gun, and that I was more effective with, although I burned the crap out of my fingers.
So did
But
I.
it
So did
turned
I.
out better
So
and
did I.
it went faster. So
we
I
have
think I have more
burns on our
experience with the
hands.
glue gun. And then we did these place cards with construction paper and artificial leaves and like clothespins to make our name tags, place cards for the table. And that was easier than the pumpkin for sure. Yeah, I mean, I think it was fun. You know, I mean, I feel grateful that you girls thought of this. I didn't think of it, but I did participate. And wherever it is my family is eating dinner, whether it's at the kitchen island or the dining room table, I will think about you guys and be grateful that we made the effort to connect in that way. You know, it's just the time. I think we'll talk about this probably next week a little bit, but like Thanksgiving is that time where you do reflect on all the good things that have happened in your life and start getting ready for the next season and, you know, show gratitude. So thanks for that. I appreciate you guys pushing me because I would never have done this on my own, ever.
I will just say that Tim came out when I was working on this project and I had a mess on the table. He's like, "Oh, what are you working on for Girl Scouts?" I'm like, "This isn't for Girl Scouts. This is not a Girl Scout project." He's like, "Oh," because I have like, I mean, I'm not crafty. I'm like,
do you guys know
not great.
One thing that happened when I was working on, I worked in the kitchen. We have an island in our kitchen, and I had like laid out paper so I didn't make a mess with the glue gun. But like, I think one of the little turkey eyes fell on the floor. and our dog Millie ate it. I was like, "What are you doing?"
Delicious.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that tracks. Black labs will eat anything.
I'm not that concerned. It's little, but I was like, "What are you doing, dummy?" Gosh.
All right, you all. I hope that you go to our show notes and check it out and try and maybe give these crafts a try and see if you had better luck or if you have some tips and tricks that the fishes could not figure out. But a little decoration for your table.
Yeah,
they're cute.
it'll be fun.
It's cute.
I'm excited that they're going to show up on the table. I'm going to put them out.
Me too.
I'm going to like tell the stories about how I like burn my fingers, and I will feel connected to you guys. But whether you all listening choose to do this craft or not, it was just an idea to find a way to connect with people that we're not with. So for us, it was trying this craft. But maybe for you, it's something else of just making sure that you are making the same thing that ends up on the table, or you're going to connect. You're going to be super intentional about the connection that you're going to make with your loved ones and the people that you're missing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
And honestly, we would love to hear ideas that you have to intentionally connect with people and what your ideas are. So send us a note to threelilfishes.com.
That's not the right thing, is it?
Nancy, honey, where are they going to send the note?
To 3lfpod@gmail.com. It's the number 3, lfpod@gmail.com.
Yeah, we can't wait to hear from all of our listeners. Send us an email. All right, girls, what's for dinner?
Dinner is on me this week because Tim and I were kind of having a discussion. I love this time of year. Specifically, I love soups. But
we've heard all about your soups every week.
I seem to kind of just do the two, like a chili and then the wild rice soup. And Tim is like, for the love, can we have a different soup? Like, can you shake it up? So he found actually this basic corn chowder, and it's seasonal with corn.
Yeah.
And you can make it vegan, you can make it vegetarian, or you can make it high dairy and, add some bacon in it, however you want to do it. So we will post this basic corn chowder to make it how you want. I make it vegan and it's very delicious. And I make some bread with it and it's so yummy, so filling. And it's cozy this time of year.
That sounds great.
I will try that, Nancy. That sounds good. All right. We want to thank you for listening to our podcast and letting us sisters jump into your day. Please make sure to hit subscribe button. You can access our show notes and all of our podcasts. Please also share our podcast with other little fishes so we can grow. We hope you have a wonderful weekend. Sisters out. I do not think it was. I'm calling Renee. I am calling her right now.
I told you, phone a friend.